Okay. So let me ask Navdeep Suri, who's somebody who's been a career diplomat, has been in the foreign services for the last 30 plus years. If you have the posters of the Indian envoys in Washington as well as in other parts of Europe and say that these guys are the ones responsible for the killing of our leaders, I mean, how are we even going to, make sense of this? I mean, how does a diplomat even begin to deal with this problem?
Well, I'm sorry, I think I'm losing your audio a little bit, but let me just say that I think the in this particular incident, the Khalistani groups have really crossed a red line.
Yep.
They have, physically attacked, attempted arson against a diplomatic premises, and they are issuing posters that are called to incitement to violence against Indian diplomats. And on both accounts, I think the federal agencies should go after them with a very hard posture.
So, Sanju Verma, how do you then square off? Just 10 days ago, we had this hugely successful visit by the Prime Minister to the United States. And now, 10 days later, there is this attack on the consulate for the second time in the last 3 months. The opposition is saying this is proof that the visit didn't really achieve much. And India's place continues to be where it was. Because otherwise, why are we not able to stop all these attacks?
Zaka, first and foremost, let's be very clear. What I liked about your introduction was that you said there is a clear pattern. And, I couldn't agree more. Be it the vandalization of the Indian High Commission in UK in March this year, or a couple of weeks back, the Khalistani referendum event that was organized in the city of Victoria in Australia, or the manner in which Hindu temples in Melbourne have been vandalized, a Lakshminarayan temple at Brisbane vandalized. There's clearly a message. It's a twofold thing. A, Khalistani radicals are at work, and how? And B, I would dare say that the manner in which the Khalistani operatives have been targeting Hindu places of worship, it stinks of Hindu phobia too. And I'll just say that I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that on the 18th of June, barely a couple of weeks back, on the 18th of June this year, unidentified gunmen actually killed Khalistani Tiger Force Chief Hardeep Singh Nijjar in the town of Surrey. And I'm told that Khalistani radicals actually blame the Indian dispensation. Now, we are not soft peddling on the Khalistani issue, because if you look at the MEA, Mr. Jaishankar's statement, he has clearly said that radical extremist Khalistani ideology is neither good for India nor for its partners like the US, Canada, UK, Australia, what have you.
Okay.
Point number two, demarche orders were issued in June this year. The Canadian High Commissioner Cameron McKay was summoned. And also, if you look at the statement by the US State Department spokesperson, I think that tells you a lot about the fact that the US visit of the Prime Minister was not something which soft pedaled on issues like terrorism, on which we have always taken a very strong stand internationally. I think your audience needs to know that Matthew Miller, the spokesperson for the US State Department, has tweeted, the US strongly condemns the reported vandalism and attempted arson against Indian consulate in San Francisco on Saturday. Vandalism or violence against diplomatic facilities in the US is a criminal offense. But more importantly, Azaka, I think what needs to be told is that the Modi government has been striking at the heart of the Khalistani radicals. If you recall, in December 2021, we arrested, after liaisoning with the German government, dreaded Khalistani terrorist Jaswinder Singh Multani. In 2022, the NIA cracked down on Babbar Khalsa High Commander Kulvinderjeet Singh Khanpuria. And I think the fact that on the one hand, we are striking and coming down heavily on Khalistani rebels, but at the same time, we are very clear that we stand in support with our bona fide Sikh brothers and sisters. I think that was amply demonstrated when the Prime Minister decided to ensure that December 26th every year is celebrated as Veer Bal Divas. in the honor of the Chote Sahibzades who were butchered centuries back. The limited point I'm making is that while the Indian government is trying to rehabilitate people who genuinely want to come back into the mainstream, there is also a conscious attempt to ensure that Khalistani terrorists and radicals, their bluff is called out for who they are and for the terror that they epitomize and
so
symbolize
Terry
with no ifs or wants.
Miliuski